He just never had nothing to work with in Minnesota. You put him in a pop system and you give him Ginobili, you give him David Robinson at the end, you give him Tony Parker, you give him everything he had, including Popovich. I'm giving the nod to KG.
KG.
Next question. Vinsanity_420. Indica or sativa?
Don't even matter to me. I'm smoking it all. I do the same thing to me, baby.
I'm a productive smoker, and I smoke throughout the day, and I have kids, so I'm more of a sativa smoker now during the day, and then an indica at night. But like my first 20 years of smoking, it was all just indica, OG, fire. But now I'm getting old, and that shit's really strong. So sativa during the day, indica at night.
At peak._009. Who's the most talented athlete you played with?
Talented athlete.
I know.
All-around athlete I've ever played with is probably Nate Robinson. Most talented NBA player I've ever played with is Kobe.
The best athlete I played with, probably Gerald Wallace. And I think the most talented athlete I played with was probably Boris Diaw.
He was skilled.
He could do everything.
Everything. He just had a big body like a seal.
And was lazy. He was lazy. He really didn't care.
Had a body like a seal.
Blubber.
At I am open_pod. The media often tells a story of a tension among teammates. Wall and You don't have a body like a seal?
He do. That's what's funny, man. Oh my goodness.
At I am open_pod. The media often tells stories of tension among teammates. Wall and Beal, Draymond and KD, Russ and KD, etc. Are these usually from legit sources or just members of the media looking for drama? Good question.
A lot of times they're looking for drama, but when you see situations like KD and Draymond on the court, they don't have to look for it. You can see that's tension. I really don't buy into the Wall and Beal situation. They've been together for a while. When you ask them, it's none of that. You know, KD spoke on him and Draymond. That had a lot to do with him leaving. So, you know, we know what's going on, but sometimes you can't read into everything the media posts.
And you also have to understand, I mean, as men, teammates, and brothers, we're gonna argue, we're gonna fight just like you do with your brother and sister in real life. And,
Right.
and that's just what teammates are. So just because me and Jack go at each other.
I ain't calling you no bitch though.
No, that was across the line
That
a
crossed
little
the
bit
line,
with that.
yeah.
But I mean, we can argue and not really have tension. It could be something we argue about, agree with, and then be done with.
Accuse 315. Why does Mike D'Antoni still have a job? His name is not Mike D'Antoni.
What is it?
D'Antoni.
So you feel he shouldn't have a job then?
Yeah, he should.
Okay, doing what?
At LA Fitness, sweeping floors or training them people on how to not win. Okay, he can go to LA Fitness and show you how to score, but they won't win the game.
He's had an innovative system. If you look back, you know how he brought his overseas system here, the system he incorporated in Phoenix, and what he's done with every stop. It's fun, it's exciting, it scores a lot of points, but it doesn't win when it matters. So it's a good question. Should he have a job? He's got a good mind.
No.
Jack says no.
Mark Jackson, yeah.
I guess it means no. Fuju, 2727. Do you think this generation to them is more important to be liked or respected? Cats like Stack Jack, Matt Barnes, Al Harrington, Kenya Martin. It seemed you guys played knowing it's better to be respected than liked, because respect is an ultimate currency.
I don't care if you like me, but you gonna respect me. You know what I mean? That's how I was doing. You ain't gotta like me because what you eat or what you say or what you eat don't make me shit. So at the end of the day, you ain't gotta like nothing I say. You ain't gotta care about nothing I say. But when you see me, you gonna respect it or check it, one or the other.
No, I agree. I mean, being liked has never been something I cared about. Respect, and just respect me as a man and respect what I'm about.
Gabe Trevino 10. What was your first big NBA money purchase? I remember mine. I was drafted by the Phoenix Suns, but the 42nd pick in the draft. They only had one pick because they made a whole bunch of trades for Steve Nash, McDyson, all them that year. So they had one pick, and they told me they was gonna draft me, but cut me. They guaranteed me $250,000, and they was giving me a signing bonus. I mean, a check of $25,000. I got the check for $25,000. Me, Mike Bibby, his sister, and my brother went to the mall and spent about 22 of it on Air Max, Jordans, Jabos, Polos,
Can't get
all
you
that
niggas
stuff.
money.
And I had to save a little bit for weed. You know what I mean? So as long as I had weed and we went out to eat, all of it, but I spent about 22 of it in the mall. Shout out Mike Bibby.
My first big purchase was a house that me and my friends completely like redid the backyard ourselves. So we built a pond, helped dig a swimming pool, put a basketball court down, laid the sod ourselves. So we did everything kind of ourselves, kind of a hands-on experience for a summertime, and it was dope.
So that's the difference between me and Matt. He went and got a house. I went shopping. that's us in a nutshell right there.
At second though, realistically, how much better can Luka Doncic get?
Sky's the limit. I mean, he's young. As long as he stay healthy, I mean, he can go down as one of the top players ever to play this game, man.
No question.
He can do it all.
I love his game. I love his skill set. I don't think we've seen a rookie as skilled as him in the
6'9".
NBA. They could do everything. Come in game ready like him. I think he was drafted by Real Madrid at 13. Came in NBA ready more than any player I've probably ever seen outside of LeBron. And to me, he could go down as the greatest, and that's saying a lot, greatest European player ever, and one of the NBA greats. So,
Cue ball head on you.
that's you. I just did the last one, didn't I?
Hey, cue ball head. Out of all the players who are currently in the league, name your top 3 you want to have a smoke session with them. Oh man, y'all trying to play, man. We don't dry snitch, man.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't
So
dry snitch.
so we're not saying any of these people smoke, but if we could smoke with any 3,
We not saying these people smoke.
say it again.
We are not saying these people smoke. The question is, who would we like to smoke with and sesh with?
I would say Steph. It'd be fun to see Steph get high. I always wanted to smoke Kobe out. Kobe said if we won a championship together, he would have smoked, but we didn't, so it didn't happen. And who else? Who else? I want to see JJ Redick get high. I want to smoke with JJ.
Me, I want to burn with Braun.
Oh, okay.
I definitely want to burn one with Braun. I want to burn with, I would say I want to burn with Dirk the Whiskey. He's not playing right now, but I want to burn with Dirk so we can get high and talk about how we bust their ass. How you felt about that and breaking the wall on the way out. 3, my third person, it would probably be, I'll have to say Joel Embiid. He's interesting, he's funny. I think he'll be even more of a character after we blow a couple.
If you could talk after.
Right.
Kobe_Max16. Best passer you've ever played with? Wow, that's a good one for me.
The best passer I played with.
You play with any real passers?
Might be Boris Diaw. Damn, Boris.
The big seal?
Your big musty ass is all over my top list. Yeah, Boris. Like,
Yeah, he could
BD
play.
was a great passer, but Boris Diaw,
that
Tim
dime.
Duncan was big. But nah, I gotta go Boris Diaw, dog. Damn, Boris.
I got a chance to play with 2 of the best passing point guards ever, in Steve Nash and Chris Paul. Both tremendous, but if I had to pick one, I would say CP3.
Stephon Marbury too, but I only got 1 year with him. Mr. Polo Cash, Mr. _Polo Cash. Do you think there would be a 4-point line in the NBA ever?
No.
No, not at all. They can shoot from half court on the other side. They ain't had no 4-point line. Leave that to the big 3.
Buy a Jordan. You said previously smoking isn't for everyone. Do you think that there's any other major minor factors besides environmental factors and/or genetic makeup that can influence how different people react to cannabis?
I like how you did it and/or.
Good question. I definitely think smoking is for every individual. I think with everything that you put in your body, it affects people different. So like I said, I can speak to how it makes me feel and what it does for me, which is why I've always been a fan of it. But it does hit everybody different, and I don't know about the genetic makeup or breakdown of other people that could possibly have them not have the same experience as me. But that's where you have to kind of know yourself, and if you want to try something, try it in doses.
Do the plant, don't let the plant do you.
There you go.
At Matt Gags, biggest money mistake of your career? Man.
I lost like $500 million in my career for my mouth and my hands. So
throwing a punch.
That's probably the mistake. If I could have that $500,000 back, I'd appreciate it.
$3 million for the punch and brawl.
That was yours?
Yeah.
The hands too?
Need that back.
Fucking hands.
Let me get that back, please. Pop it.
Is that my sister? Danny B. Holmes, 82.
It is.
It is my sister.
That's my sister.
In your opinion, what's your biggest mistake / regret during your b-ball career? Looking back, what would you change, if anything?
I would change the way, after I won the championship and the negotiations and the way things went with San Antonio after I won the championship. I'm not gonna say I would have took that bullshit contract, but I would have made the negotiations more cordial instead of shutting it down by feeling disrespected, like I didn't give them a chance. Once they came back with that bullshit, I just shut them down. I would have changed that, because I would have had more championships probably.
It's funny you went that way, because anything I did, saying, physically, I don't have any regret on that. But my thing is along Jack's lines. I got offered a $3 million deal after the We Believe season that I thought was lower than I deserved. So I shut it down and took a year deal, and at that time ended the relationship between me and Nelly, and he made sure I was